from vitalitybyjenny.com, and today I wanted to talk about your why, or why you are choosing to be raw, or to start a healthier diet, to be low-fat vegan, whatever it is that you're starting. If you can figure out a very good, very true reason why you are doing this challenge, then you are going to be a lot more successful. That is actually what I'm having troubles with today myself. So I wanted to talk a little bit more about it. So even after I had decided that I was going to do the 30-day raw food challenge, it was about, I think it was a week or a week and a half so before the beginning of the year, before it was actually going to start. And already after I had decided, the very next day I was already thinking these thoughts, why in the world did I decide to do this? I know I don't want to be 100% raw. Why would I do a 30-day raw challenge if I don't want to be raw? And all of these thoughts, and you know, those continued to go through my head up until the very first day that I started. And then after I started the first day, it actually went away, and I felt like, oh, this is pretty easy actually, and I had no trouble for the first week, no trouble at all. And then it slowly started to creep back in. After about a week, I started to feel again like I was doing this for no reason, and I couldn't figure out what my own personal why really was. See, in the beginning when I had decided to do this, I was hoping for an increase in energy, an increase in mental clarity, an increase in happiness, something that would entice me to continue to be more and more raw after the challenge. Unfortunately, after about a week, that's been a week and a half already on the 100% raw, I have noticed that there's not really much of a difference from what I was feeling before when I was eating a very high raw, low fat, vegan diet with just some cooked foods thrown in there for fun. I don't feel that much different, and that was really disheartening. After about a week, when I expected, give my body some time to adjust and see if there's any detox, that sort of a thing, from the little bit of cooked food that I was eating, I expected some kind of increase, and I haven't gotten anything. I mean, I feel like there possibly could be a little bit of a better clarity around my business, and just I feel like things maybe do come to me a little bit easier, but it's so marginal that I can't tell if it's there, if I'm just imagining it, or if it's actually there. And so it's nothing that is a very strong reason to continue, if that makes sense. And so anyway, I was talking to Doug about it yesterday, because yesterday was one of the harder days for me so far, because I just didn't have this strong why anymore. And so he helped me come up with some new whys that will hopefully help me get through the rest of this challenge. So what he had mentioned, he was saying that you never know what can happen from now until the end. I don't know how long it would take for me to feel something, or if there would be an increase later on down the road. I don't know that unless I do it. And so that's one. And then two, a very big one, this is the one that keeps me on it so far, is that I'm flexing my discipline muscle. And so I have decided to do this and to stick it out for the entire 30 days, what I had originally planned on doing. That is going to be setting kind of an example for me to follow in other areas of my life. So what you do in one thing or how you do one thing is how you do everything, as they say. And it's true. It's something that I've noticed a lot recently in my life, is that as I would change in the way that I clean my house, and I know this sounds like a silly example, but the way that I clean my house changed, and that changed the way that I do business and the way that I, take care of relationships and that sort of a thing. So I could feel the trickle down effect into other areas of my life after I would just change one area. And so I know that there is value in me completing this challenge, because I said I was going to, and just stretching my discipline muscle, like I said, just really practicing being disciplined and completing things, because that will, of course, carry on, hopefully, to other areas. So that is my major why. Those are my two major whys right now, and that is what's keeping me on this challenge. If it wasn't for those, I most likely would have decided to quit yesterday, because I just didn't see any point in it. I wasn't feeling any different at all, except for the fact that I was just frustrated because I couldn't enjoy my cooked foods that I normally enjoy, but I wasn't getting any trade-off, if that makes sense. And so I probably would have decided to stop because it didn't feel like a very good experiment anymore. But I'm going to go ahead and incorporate these new whys and see if that doesn't help me, get through the rest of this challenge. And so that just brought me up again to the point of really trying to challenge you guys to come up with a why that really motivates you, because it really can make all the difference. If the why that you were used to using is no longer there, excuse me. So a lot of people, when they come to the raw food diet, it's because they want to lose weight, or they need to, get healthy because they have some sort of disease or illness that they really want to clear up. And then when they either lose the weight or when they get healthy again, then all of a sudden they lose their big why. And so then it's a lot easier to go back to, eating a different way. And unfortunately, most of the time they go back to eating things that they were used to eating in the past, like more standard American diet types things. And then the weight comes back on and the illnesses return and that sort of a thing. And so we need to, if those old whys go away, then the challenge is coming up with a new why that's incredibly motivating for you to either stay 100% what you're doing, or at least somewhere around there, so that you can remain healthy and remain, energetic, and also at the weight that you would want to be at. So I would love to know your thoughts on my new whys and about this whole challenge in general. If you are still following along with the challenge, I would love to hear from you, see how you're doing, see what your why is, and all of that. So please comment below. I would absolutely love to hear from you today. All right, I love you guys, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.